That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Dave Mo Flips. You already know what it is. So check it out. Now, if cars is your thing and you want to be in the car business, let's get to that. Number one, go get yourself a code reader. Guys, if you're gonna be selling cars, why do you not have a fucking code reader? The check engine light comes on, plug your shit in, read it, Google it. You don't have to know how to fix it, but know what it is. All right? Code reader, get one. Number two, a jump box. Get a jump box. I don't care if you're selling brand new cars or used cars. Batteries die. It's what they fucking do. The more shit you have in your car, the more electronics without starting that car every day, it's just draining your battery. Okay? Get yourself a jump box. Number two, invest in yourself. That's what you're doing right now. You're investing in yourself. If you sell yourself short, you're already beating yourself up. You're already beating yourself. What are you doing? Put the money there. Get the things that you need to get it done. I don't necessarily like detailing cars, but you know what? I'm at the point of the game right now where saving $102 by me detailing the car to my ability, that's money made. One day, I hope to be in a situation where the cars I'm buying and selling have that much money built into them that I can have someone detail the cars for me. And if I can't, then I'll still be out there with my fucking buffer and pad buffing those cars. That's just what it is, people. I'm not a mechanic, okay? I don't want to be a mechanic. I have nothing against mechanics. I can't say that enough. I am not a mechanic. I can diagnose the shit out of a car. I can tell you from the sound of a car what's wrong with it, at least within reason. That knowledge right there means the likelihood of me getting fucked by a mechanic is slim to none. You know why? Because I know. You can't sell me on some shit saying, oh, that's this, that's that. No, I know that's not how that works because I know this is what that's supposed to do. It's also great when you're on ACV and it says internal engine noise and you're listening to it and you realize, hey, that's not inside the motor. That's the fucking tensioner. And you're buying it because all these other people are like, oh, internal engine noise, and they don't know the difference between a motor knock and a belt squeal. They're not bidding on it. So now because you have that knowledge, you know it. Learn your game. Learn your trade. If you're going to do this, learn it. The way to learn it is just to be around cars. When you hear a car making a noise, ask the guy standing next to you, like, yo, what do you think that is? Oh, I think that's a lifter tap. Well, what's the difference between a lifter tap and a tap that a bad injector makes? How do I know the difference? Well, the one surefire way, old school here, okay, take a broomstick to the top of the valve, to the valve covers and listen. That's crazy old school. Some of you guys, you know what I'm saying. Some of you guys don't. Now you guys got your little stethoscopes and you can hear it, right? It's no problem. But again, I don't know these things unless I'm there. You know, do you know that if you have a vacuum leak and you spray brake cleaner or starting fluid or anything all over the engine, like looking for it, it'll change the way the RPMs go up and down? If you don't know that, you should know that, because now that's telling you the area that your vacuum leak is coming from. That noise, that hissing noise, that's a vacuum leak, okay? If your car runs and drives, but it runs and drives bad, but the motor and tranny are still good, then it's okay. You can fix that. The motor and tranny you can still fix. I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is there's a huge difference, right? Again, if you're going to be doing cars, you need to know these things, okay? Let me think here. So here's the deal. You want to do what I do, all right? You like buying and selling cars. You see, like I do, that there's more value in cars with bad motors and transmissions. They're called in-ops, okay? In-op vehicles. Understand this, okay? Just because you have the money to make purchases and repairs does not mean you have the manpower, all right? A good friend of mine only buys wrecked Copart cars, clean title. He hires 4 guys who put these cars back together. That's their only job, is to put cars back together. He's got a good thing going. understand something. It took him, before he was able to make a decent amount of money, 2 to 3 months. Why? Because even with 4 guys, they can only do so much. Bondo takes time to set. Paint takes time to harden. You know, engines and motors take time to get out and put in. Things break while things are getting put out and put in, okay? But once he got to that point where he had 15, 20 cars on his lot, now he's making money every single month. But he got to that point, okay? He was in a situation where he was able to float himself for that amount of time. He was able to pay his guys. He had money, all right? For a guy like myself, that's not where I'm at with it. So for me, what I suggest to you, if you're anything like me, buy 1 or 2 cars that need the repair. Put that to, and I don't have a mechanic shop. I have, you know, Leroy, and we've built a great relationship. But again, we started out as total strangers, all right? Get yourself a mechanic you can trust. Throw them those two or three cars. Tell them, hey, I need these cars done by this time. Negotiate your price with your mechanic. Get it done, all right? But while that's getting done, buy cars that you can still sell. Or, well, this goes without saying, right? Any car that you buy from an auction is going to have something wrong with it. So if you're using your one mechanic already for your motor and engine swaps, you need another mechanic to do your alternators and your starters. So while you're doing your in-op vehicle, you still need to be buying frontline-ish cars. So this way you have a good thing going. Once you're at a point that you have enough cars on your lot and you're able to keep making money, all you're doing is feeding the fire, all right? It's like buy here, pay here. Let's just say your goal is 100 accounts, okay? As your accounts, so you hit your goal, you're at 100, 110, right? As your accounts start falling off due to repos and payoffs, at this point, all you're doing is feeding the fire. You're keeping the fire going. Excuse me. So if in this month you have 7 cars that are falling off, you need this month to put 7 more cars on your buy here, pay here. That's the same way it works with the cars that you're rebuilding. If you sold 5 cars this month, and that's a low number, you'd have 5 more cars getting put out on the lot by next month. The more cars you have, the more probability, more likelihood you have to sell, okay? That's with anything. Fishing, motherfucker, fishing. You can fish with 1 fucking rod, or you can have 10 rods all across your boat, all across the dock. More lines in the water, more likelihood you're gonna catch a fish. That's all selling cars is. It's catching fucking fish. Let's see. So yeah. So those are the things I think you should need. You should have a mechanic's tool set. You get one from Harbor Freight for like $200. You should have an impact, right? For changing tires, because you're definitely gonna be changing tires. You drive enough of these cars, you're gonna catch a blowout. Definitely the OBD2 scanner. We were over that. I would spend the money and get a really nice one. I have 3. I'm sorry, I'm lying. I have 3. I have one that I lose all the time. I always buy it. It's like a $10 or $20 one from Amazon. It's the Bluetooth one that hooks up to my phone. All right, that one I'll kind of keep in my pocket, just for something quick. I have the Fox. It's a little bit bigger. I keep that one in my bag with my jump box and quick hand tools to take tags on and off cars. That one gets me a little bit more information than the handheld one does, than the little Bluetooth one does. And then I had the big one that was like $1,000, which is cheap, relatively speaking. It's from Launch, Launch, Launch. I don't know, Launch USA, whatever. And that one, I keep in my toolbox at home, and I'll only bring that one out if I really, because that one just does way too much shit, right? That one is too smart. That motherfucker, just to tell you got a miss in cylinder 1, it takes a half hour because it wants to tell you everything, and sometimes you don't need that. But that one is really good for when you just can't fix the problem. It gets in there deep. It'll give you reports of how the car's running. It'll do a lot of shit I don't understand. One of the reasons why I bought it is because it can copy keys. So when you're doing buy here, pay here, you always want to have a spare key. This thing, like I could go and get a key cut. On eBay now, you can take a picture of your key, send it to someone on eBay, and they'll cut the key for you. Now, it's not linked up to the car, but this code reader that I have will. So we had a Honda Accord, and I think we lost the keys or whatever. I don't know. Somehow or another, it wouldn't take the key, and it relearned the keys. So it's really nice to have. Okay. Did I go and buy all these things day one? No, I didn't. I built up to it. All right, and now I have it, and they're part of my tools. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a detailer, but I will detail cars faster than I will fix a car. So for me, every time that I had to send a car out to get detailed, I realized, hey, this guy's gonna charge me $200 to detail this car. I went and spent $400 on the Flex 3401 buffer. At the time, that was the best buffer money could buy. All the pros were using it. I'm not a pro, but I feel like if I have a pro tool in my hand, I can work up to being like as good as the tool is. That's my mentality, okay? If I go to Harbor Freight and I buy, and there's nothing wrong with Harbor Freight, but let me say this, if I buy the Harbor Freight one and it's not capable of doing everything that the other one can do, then I can only be as good as the tool. If every professional was using the 3401, that's the one I want to use because I could always get better and enhance my skill level. And the other way, I could only get as good as the tool. So anyway, it was $400. I knew I was going to spend $200 on this detail. So I already had $200 to spend, so I had to take another $200 out of my pocket, and I bought it. And every single time I detail a car using that tool, now it's like money saved. I invested in myself, and I saved money, okay? Yes, am I fucking myself on write-offs because I don't have the write-off for someone detailing the car? Yes, that's a whole nother video in of itself. And like I said, for me, I like detailing, so I went and I bought good detailing pads. I started out with the orange Amazon pads, and then I realized, hey, if I go to the Meguiar's wine red ones that I just recently got, it cuts the oxidation a lot faster than these other ones. Time is money, so I invested in that. Then I got the black polishing pads. Wow, you know what? After you're done cutting the car, it's nice to put a polish, and the polish gets rid of the swirl marks. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm getting better at what I do, okay? And that's really what I'm trying to get across to you guys. Don't be afraid to spend the money. If this is what you're gonna do, do it. We're gonna get into credit next and why credit is important. But I think for this video, I got my point across. Just be ready to do business. Be a businessman. Be a businesswoman. Be open to anything that comes your way, okay? You could watch YouTube videos on people making money on eBay, selling cars, selling houses, laundromats, car washes. It doesn't even fucking matter, okay? You can do it. What I want to know is, how are these motherfuckers buying this shit with no money down? That's what I want to know. How are you guys, someone make a video about that. Like, stop holding back. You feel me? I love YouTube, but I'll be honest with you, this channel that I got right here, I want to give it to you real. Like, if I come across money and shit like that, like, I want to tell you how to get that money. Like, when I told you how I leveraged my credit cards and I was able to cash advance almost $18,000, it was $17,500, and put that in the car game and pay 0% interest for, I do believe, looking back on it, it was actually 16 months. It was a weird number. Like, I brought that to the table, and I told you guys to look out for that. You know, right now, Discover Card is giving me the option to roll over my balance. It's a funny story. Discover Card would not give me a credit line increase because they said I don't use their card enough. So because I'm responsible with credit, they won't increase my credit. It's part of their game, guys. It's part of the game. If they're not making money on you, you don't need more money. More credit, whatever. Another story, another video. But I brought that to the table for you guys, right? I said, hey, it was last winter. I leveraged my cars. I took $17,500 out, okay? At 0% interest for X amount of time. And then what I did was I said I had to pay $1,500 a month, and I automatically debited that from an account that I had the money sitting in. And every month I was making money and just throwing it back into the account, boom, 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 flipping cars. And I ended up walking away with that, paid all the cars on the lot, and I made money. So was that good for me? Absolutely. Is that discipline? Yes. if you don't have discipline, I don't suggest you do it. Because if you're not disciplined with money and you start buying your Jordans or whatever the fuck it is that you want to spend money on, you're not ready for this. You need to still get more discipline. You need more education because your mentality is still the old way. You need to change your mentality, and only you can change your mentality. You feel me? Like, I had to change my ways. I had to stop buying these sneakers to impress people that I don't care about. I had to stop doing a lot of things. You know, I have a beautiful Denali outside of my driveway right now. I just bought it. And I'm still driving my Volvo. And my girl's son came by and was like, oh, you gonna drive the Denali, blah, 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 blah. I was like, nah. You know, I'd rather sell it and make $4,000. And he's like, oh yeah, you always be driving in buckets. Yeah, you know why? Because in the grand scheme of things, I realized in life, I don't give a fuck. If you're gonna judge me on the car I drive, the fuck do I even want you around me? This is a reality for your ass. Back in the day, I'm gonna take you guys way back. I had 2 Acura Legend coupes. One was automatic, one was 6-speed, Type 2 motor. I had an M3, a convertible RX-7 with a crazy ass sound system. Again, we're talking 90s, okay? 90s? Yeah. 90s to like the early 2000s. I have all these things to impress women, let's just say, right? To impress women. Dressing the way I did to impress women. And then as I got older, it occurred to me, the women I'm trying to impress, if you're impressed by that, you're not even the type of woman that I want to have around me. You feel me? Like, my girl right now will jump with me in a bucket just as quick as she'll jump in the Denali. Sure, is the Denali more comfortable? Absolutely. Will she get in the Volvo just as quick? Yeah, absolutely. Does she tell me to sell the Volvo and get something different? Yes, but she's not telling me to go out and drive my Benz anymore, right? Like, I have a Benz. Just bought a Benz. I mean, nothing new. You guys know me. It's a S550, the big body. I got Leroy driving it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that shit. And if you do, and you're watching this video, why do you care? Why do you care about what people think? Don't live your life for other people, motherfucker. Live your life for yourself. You know what I care about? Having money in the bank, emergency funds, being able to buy what I want when I want. Living my life for me. That's what I want. Making sure that my family and myself are well taken care of. I could give a fuck about what the neighbor drives. As a matter of fact, I laugh when I think about their fucking car payment. But that's me. That's me, and I want you to get there. Because once you get rid of living for other people, it's like someone took a weight off your chest. Get rid of that. You don't care no more. You do you. Anyways, again, I'm rambling. Motherfucker. Shit. I gotta go. I gotta get a Monster or something. I don't even know if this video is gonna work. I forgot to shut the fan off. You guys are right under a fan, so you probably hear woof, 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 woof. So I apologize about that. Anyways, guys, whatever you're gonna do, do it right. I'm gonna get into this credit thing next, and hopefully you guys, will take some advice. I have every intention of getting my homeboy Joe here. He owns Highline. I think it's Highline Credit Repair, and we're gonna talk about a few things. And hopefully, if you guys do need help getting your credit to where you need it to be, you'll hit him up. When we do that video, there'll be links in the description for his website and what have you. But credit is super important in this game. There's a lot of people out there that are gonna tell you that it's not. They're lying to you. But let's save this for that video. Guys, I'm out. Thank you so much for everything you do. I know I always forget to say subscribe. So I'm gonna make a video where it's just me saying, yo, hit the subscribe button. So this way I can just edit that into the video. Because I suck at fucking YouTube, but I'm doing okay with life. Guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great fucking day.
That's my best friend.